lot going on. A lot going on in Washington as well. James Comey, as we have seen throughout the week, making his media tour about his book. But there are a lot of questions now, Ed, about what he might have said under oath, whether or not he was always honest.
James Comey officially now under investigation. That's the other big news breaking overnight. The Justice Department Inspector General, we knew he was reviewing the FBI and the Justice Department's handling of the Clinton investigation, a whole bunch of other matters. But these Comey memos, the 7 memos targeting President Trump in their meetings and phone calls, it turns out the Wall Street Journal reporting first, Fox and others confirming that at least 2 of these memos had classified information. That now under investigation and really puts James Comey on defense because, remember, he testified under oath last year to Congress that in these memos, he went out of his way not to put classified information.
He said he avoided classified material in the memos so that they could be widely shared. These are memos, I like to call them his personal diary, because that's essentially what they are.
He went through his friend to leak them out, and it had classified information.
Right. So the president is tweeting about this, as you can imagine. He says James Comey illegally leaked classified documents to the press in order to generate a special counsel. Therefore, the special counsel will establish based on a legal act. Really, does anybody know what that means?
So really, right now, the question that everybody's wondering, did James Comey commit an illegal act? Keep in mind, you mentioned the July 2017 testimony in front of the Senate. The January 2017 memo that was leaked said the word secret on it. Now we're going to get into what does secret mean? What level of classification does secret mean? And if that is determined to be a significant level of classification, James Comey could be in trouble. Remember, James Comey and Andrew McCabe, not necessarily buddies over the course of the last 48 hours.
They used to be tied at the hip because they were number 1, number 2, and now they keep pointing fingers at each other, saying, well, I didn't know about that. Well, I didn't know about that either.
Right. Here's why it really matters, though. James Comey wrote these memos and leaked them out in part to help build the case for a special counsel, which was named Robert Mueller, suggesting that maybe there was collusion and suggesting maybe there was obstruction of justice. Now, what the president's tweet is saying is, was that rotten fruit, basically?
Fruit of the poisonous tree, exactly.
There you go. You understand the legal term. And the bottom line is, does that mean that these memos with classified information, it may have been illegal for James Comey to leak them out there with that classified information? Is this now rotten fruit that led to the special counsel investigation? And the legal principle basically is, so if there's an illegal traffic stop and a police officer finds drugs in your glove compartment, there's a problem. They can't charge you. And so the president's tweet is clearly trying to delegitimize this investigation.
But the irony of all of this, if the Mueller probe comes to an end and there are signals that might be slowing down a bit, you have Mueller telling the president that he's actually not a target in that case. He's a subject. But the irony that at the end of all of this, it could be McCabe, not McCabe. It could be, Andy McCabe that goes down.
Well, McCabe has a criminal referral for himself as well. By the way, also breaking is the fact that the DNC yesterday decided to sue the Trump campaign, sue Russia, and sue WikiLeaks. A lot of people scratching their head. Why now? What in the world is going on here?
Well, also, how do you even sue a country?
We're going to get
That's
to
a
that,
big question that I have. So here is the DNC chair, Tom Perez, on that lawsuit. Take a listen.
We want to send a very, very clear signal. If you want to mess with elections here, there are going to be consequences. We are raising the cost of your interference. We know that this administration is Putin's poodle, and so they're not going to do anything. So we will continue to act. If you want to do that, if you're going to punch us, we're going to punch back. And that's what this lawsuit is about. We are protecting our democracy. When you go after the right to vote, when you go after the institution of elections, that is the essence of our democracy. So this wasn't simply an attack on the DNC. This was an attack on our democracy.
The phrase Putin's poodle sounds like a great band name, but seriously, we got to break this down. Russia, you can sue them all you want. They're never going to pay. No matter what your dad can make them do, they're never going to pay. Part 2, you have a situation where WikiLeaks is really protected by the First Amendment. And oh, by the way, the collusion aspect, correct me if I'm wrong, we've got a special counsel going on right now trying to find collusion.
I think this is a sign that they're nervous, that this, as I said earlier, is coming to an end. And they're like, well, what do we have now? This comes across as very petty. It comes across as they're scrambling to keep this as a headline, keep this in the news, to find something there, to find some sort of collusion that happened, which, as far as we know, with
No
this
evidence of
investigation,
that.
there still is no evidence of that.
And
So
the Trump campaign is firing back. The re-election campaign, not the 2016 campaign.
they're
which
the
is in
ones
their-
being sued. It's the campaign.
Right,
It's not
the campaign.
President Trump himself.
So Brad Parscale, he's going to be the chief in 2020. This is a sham lawsuit, he tweeted, about a bogus Russian collusion claim filed by a desperate, dysfunctional, and nearly insolvent Democratic Party, with the Democrats' conspiracy theories against the president's campaign evaporating as quickly as the failing DNC's fundraising. They've sunk to a new low to raise money, especially among small donors who have abandoned them. And that's kind of an untold story there, which is that we're coming up on these midterms where the Democrats believe they have a head of steam. And yet, financially, the DNC has been in desperate shape. You would think if you're about to take out the president and his party, you'd be flush with cash. The DNC is not.
You know what it sounds like? This is their strategy to try and raise a little bit of dough.
try to
And
get
we know how
Putin's
that
money.
works.
It's clear this is a fundraising strategy, or keep in mind, it could be an attempt to depose people in a civil case where the bar much
Either
lower.
way, good luck suing Russia. We'll see how that plays out. All right, I do want